Alright, since I don't believe I actually did a video of this one on the kilowatt meter, I figured we would. This is a mid-80s, I want to say, Robeson reversible box fan. Got this one a couple years ago off another collector off Facebook. Forget who it was exactly, but it's one of those things I bought because I always wanted one. Technically I had one, but the motor was junk in it and it got parted out. But this one is not like that. This is a Robeson reversible box fan with 4 blades, as you can obviously see. And what's interesting about this is it uses the same kind of cabinet style as the Robeson even flow fans. But unlike the even flow fans, these slats are not slanted. They're all straight. But yeah, it's got 4 plastic blades. It's made of all plastic. It's a 3-speed forward and reverse. Here's the back of it. It has metal motor braces and a Samsung motor, which is kind of hard to see. Made in Korea. I believe the date stamp is somewhere on the plastic of the fan, but I'm not seeing it. Usually it's stamped on the frame somewhere. But anyway, yeah, it has a Samsung motor with a capacitor, which I have it zip tied to the motor frame, because before that it was just kind of dangling in the fan, and I didn't think that was a good idea. You could put it on a stand, just unscrew these things. But yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find the date code. Oh, there it is. Looks like it says 17888 8 something C. So that is, it's from the 80s, I know that much. But anyway, we'll start on forward on high. It takes a minute to get up because that blade's actually kind of heavy. And it has a very interesting sound to it. And it actually moves pretty good air for what it is. And it has a really interesting sound to it. Moves it more direct than, you know, your typical like Lakewood fan. It moves it like in a straight line instead of pushing it out various directions. This one just kind of pushes it out straight, like, you know, like a typical oscillating fan blade, really. On high, we're drawing 1.0 amps. 113 watts. We'll go to medium. This may be a fairly long video because we still got to do the reverse function. Now medium, still pushing out a pretty good breeze. It's a lot quieter, but it has that nice deep sound to it. Similar sounding to like a first gen Lakewood fan, but those kind of have a more roar. This sounds more like a... This sounds like a plane prop, if you will. Yeah. Medium, we're drawing 97.7 watts and 0.82 amps. We'll do low. Now low speed's pretty slow on this. I mean, you can almost see the blades spinning in person. I don't think the motor is going out. I just think that's how it is normally. It is a pretty heavy blade for a plastic fan. I actually have another one of these blades, but the center part where it mounts onto the motor shaft is broke off. But I kind of just kept it to hang up in the shop. But yeah, pretty quiet on low. It's drawing 0.57 amps and 68 watts. And then we'll go to high, off, and then we'll stop it real quick. Don't do this at home, kids. And we'll do it in reverse. So here's high in reverse. Now on reverse, it kind of sounds like your typical second gen Lakewood fan. Which is interesting, really. And it's drawing 112 watts and 1.0 amps. With a medium. Now most of that rattling in here is the plastic frame of the fan. .82 amps and 96 watts. Honestly, this kind of sounds like a third gen Lakewood from the 90s. I don't know, it just kind of has that sound to it. That's what it reminds me of. And it's blowing air. I mean, if you can believe me or not, it's blowing air out the back. And we'll go to low. And as you can see, it's blowing air out the back because the flag is blowing in the wind, as with everything else back there. And again, on low, it's really quiet. Actually quieter on reverse than it is forward. And it's drawing 67.2 watts and 0.56 amps. We'll go back to high. And as you can see, the flag's moving again. And OFF spells off. And the coast down on this should actually be pretty long. But yeah, it's a pretty cool fan, and I don't know of too many of these to exist. I believe Jordan Utter has one of these, and maybe a couple other collectors. But I've always wanted one of these. I always thought they were really cool. I believe there's a 3-blade variant too, but I've only seen, maybe that's the one Jordan has. I think he has the 3-bladed version. I have the 4-bladed version, and I think the Fan Mower Man had or has this version. But yeah, there's the Robeson reversible box fan from the late 80s, mid 80s. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.